Hi, it's Kazuyoshi. So today I'd like to speak something a little bit advanced compared to what I've been speaking. And it doesn't mean that it's different, but trying to add some other lights for to the entire concept of the goal vision. And actually, I haven't spoke that much about what is supporting the system, and but this is very important, so I should mention it, and that is cognitive psychology and cognitive science. And if you are aware of what I am presenting through my books or in some of the lectures, maybe you know this, but if you are just watching this LinkedIn post, probably you are not aware of that. But actually, the bone of the idea that I'm presenting, and which is called goal vision or the feed forward or sometimes CEO coaching, are very supported by a very robust structure, and that has a history of scientific research. Of course, not done by myself, done by the people who worked hard in this area, and this is very has a contrast with kind of a previous way of thinking, which is called behaviorism. And behaviorism, as you can hear from the word, this paradigm is about how you look at people's human behavior, and which is very meaningful and powerful. And this worked well in the 20th century. The whole 20th century was about behaviorism in terms of course, in the early part, that is not, but let's say it roughly. It's a whole 20th century was about the behaviorism. And in this is about area of psychology, but not only psychology, this was expanded to anything that people would do. Like if you are in a business field, you would know a lot of frameworks like academic one or a practical one, and there are a lot to mention, so I'm not going to go through all of them, but some are developed by Harvard MBA professors, and some are kind of developed by the McKinsey or a Boston Consulting consultants, or some came from the Toyota, or various frameworks or techniques was were developed, and they helped us improve our productivity and also our life a lot. And I have a lot of respect to them. And but after that, they worked well, but not 100%. The reason is because they are based on the approach to observe the behavior and think about what's going to be a better behavior. But of course, there are ways, and I'm going to provide that. And I have to maybe stop somewhere here because this is going to be a long story. But one thing that I want to mention next time that I speak is about your decision making. So ultimately, I've been coaching, teaching, consulting the really top level people, and I call that CEO coaching. And I've been thinking about this long time. What is the ultimate one thing that the managers or the CEOs are doing? Ultimately, what is the only one thing other than just living or breathing? If you are leading an organization, and I'll tell you the answer, and I'm sure with this, but the only one thing is to making a decision making or judging and making decision. because all the work can be done by someone else. You may you may be walking around, you may be sitting in the president's office, whichever is okay, but whatever you do is to make a decision. That's it. So, but this is really coming from the cognitive system understanding. Because in the cognitive psychology, we have done a lot of research and a lot of papers are written about attention and memory. This is a topic of the cognitive psychology and science. Attention, memory, knowledge, and language, reasoning, problem solving. Those are the major topics that was studied and is being studied in the area of cognitive science and psychology. It's about our brain. So we forget about our behavior. That is important, but that is created from our brain, and that goes down, and you have a behavior. I think you don't have an argument with this. So I tried to add some very powerful aspect, which was not, I think, which was not done in this area of a business consulting or productivity process improvement, whatever. And the key point is how you make their decisions. And of course, as a leader, you need to make a big decision. But as an individual person contributor, or just a family member, or just a father or mother, you are also making a lot of decisions for in your area. So it's just about we all have a capability to make our own decision. Wake up at what time, which way you drive, what to eat for the breakfast, lunch. So we have a capability to make decisions. And it's about what kind of thing you will need to do. And there are background that you will need to know about decision making. And some are related to my books, cognitive psychology. And also that is just about the knowledge experience in that industry. So this is the areas that I'm going to take time to explain so that it's going to be a help for you. And in the previous months or years, I started from the Singapore, but I'm going to travel some places and hold a small workshop or maybe just a discussion about the feed forward or this approach of cognitive science, psychology, and also that eventually leads to the successful business life. So I'm gonna do that, and I hope I can see you again. But in any case, I need to follow up with this conversation, and I hope that you have enjoyed this, and I hope you will enjoy that. Thank you. That's for today. Kazuyoshi.